Next comedian on the stage, another very good friend of mine. Give it up for Zach Hunt, everybody.
And keep it going for yourself, you guys. Steve and I am very, very, very jealous right now that your parents are fucking here. Like for 2 years I've been doing comedy, probably 500 mics. Only one parent showed up, my dad, for the first year I competed, which obviously I didn't win. So I think he just thought, okay, well I guess you're just done doing that comedy thing. I can't bribe him to come out. And Chelsea mentioned like you're from Crown Point where Dillinger escaped out.
Yeah.
Fun fact about my family, my grandma was actually really good friends with John Dillinger's family. Yeah, in Mooresville. I didn't know that because she was from Greenfield. So like, she's telling me all about it. She goes, yeah, when I was younger, we'd see the G-men outside every day pressing us. Where's Dillinger? We didn't say shit. And I tell people that. Like I told an ex that once. She goes, well, that's weird that your family's familiar with the G-men, but you can't ever find the G-spot. But like I did a little more research. She's like, well, yeah, we still have family that lives out in Mooresville. And I'm from Decatur, which is next door. So she starts rattling off all these extended family. I'm like, wait a minute. I know one of those girls. I went to school with her. I actually tried to date her and have sex with her. It didn't happen. I just wish somebody would have told me back then. Because I would have tried twice as hard. Not really. But family porn is pretty big right now. Yeah. We all know, we all see it. I don't know if we all watch it, but we all know it's there. And I don't know why, like you walk in, it's like, oh, uncle and sister, dad and father, like everything. We're all fucking everybody, right? Like, why is this so big? Makes sense to me, guys. That's the last place in America your family can come together. And I hope you guys had a good Christmas. My Christmas was pretty good. The week before, a little shitty. Had myself a little bit of an accident in my car. Yeah. Went head into a tree. Little backstory, right? I'm going home, you know, it's late night. I may have had a little to drink, and I couldn't help it. Dancing Queen came on, and I fucking raged the fuck out. Lost control of the car. Tried to recorrect, hit a tree. So I did what everybody would do when the car won't start because the battery's in the street. I tried to run. But I stopped because I'm like, well, if the cops come, that's a fucking fleeing charge. Not gonna do that. So I came back as they're pulling up, and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, who, me? Hanging around? So they go like all the tests, you know, pass, but the breathalyzer failed, 0.12. Shitty. Never been arrested, never had a DUI. Not proud of that shit. But he proceeds to tell me, well, as you were wrecking, you hit a nutcracker in someone's yard, you took out their mailbox, and you hit their tree head on. And I'm like, that kind of does sound like some shit that Tucker Carlson would also rail off as like things are going wrong with America. They're trying to take Christmas, the Postal Service, and your right to grow a tree. I'm like, no, I was just sliding. So I get to jail, get processed, and like, fun fact about myself, I was a correctional officer for 7 years too. Now we're doing locked up abroad. So I get there, and it's customary to get like pat search when you get in, make sure you don't have any shit on you. Usually by somebody of the same sex. Not tonight. I got pat searched by some 20-year-old like female, and I was not complaining, nor would I going to resist. The only thing I was resisting was the urge to get an erection, because a woman hasn't touched me in a month, and I am sad. I didn't know I had to go through this process to get felt up. I'll do it more often. But they finally released me, and I go back to work, and everybody at work's concerned about me because the photos are pretty fucked up. They're like, are you okay? You almost died. You should be lucky. I am. Grateful. Praise Allah. But then they started saying like, well, do you have somewhere to stay? Do you have somewhere to stay? And I'm like, that is very sweet of you. But why are you asking me this? And then I remembered, oh yeah, they think I still live in my fucking car. Even though I've told these people 67 times, no, I don't live in the car anymore. I sleep on the floor at my brother's house. We're moving on up. So I just shortened and said, no, now I have a tree house. Yeah. And obviously, like, with that being a thing, like, I've abused a lot of this substance. Like, you think of a drug, I've probably abused the shit out of it. Like, one of the ones I did recently for 3.5 years, you guys may have heard of it before, methamphetamine. Woo! Oh yeah, it was a fun time. Like, I wasn't one of those guys you're gonna see out there trying to tell you you can paint your lawn for free. No. I was trying to solve cold cases when I was on meth. Yeah, I called the FBI 5 times when Gabby Petito was missing. Did any of you try to find her? No. And I did free labor. I dug holes that nobody asked for too. More than Shia LaBeouf could dream of. But my favorite drug above all other drugs, guys, crack cocaine. I would rock out all night, rock out every day, make Kiss proud. Put it in the pipe and pound it in my mouth. Like, crack is one of those drugs that'll make you think that you know what the fuck you're doing just to get to the end result, too. Like, you'll go to a pawn shop, just sell everything of value till you start valuing things that have no value. Crack's the kind of drug you'll show up at Easy Pawn with a pair of shoelaces, like, when they came off Jordan's gonna get $5. Like, no. But you'll try, because you want crack. So I just became friends with the dealer. Solved that problem. My dealer was a 55-year-old bowling coach from Beach Grove. And we were best friends, guys. Fox and the Hound. Every time we had a bowling game, there. Buying crack, but I was there. You guys weren't. And when they won state championship, I got in the photo. Hiring shit on crack, but I was there. And we had a good night. Smiles on our faces and rocks in our socks. Could only be so happy, guys. Till we got pulled over. Yeah, we were freaking out. I was more cracked than Liberty Bell, but Bubba, he had 33 grams of crack. So what did my buddy do? He looked me in the face and said, "You got this, kid," and ran out the car. Not know if you've ever seen a 55-year-old bowling coach try to outrun a 20-year-old state trooper. It's National Geographic, guys. Cheetah and a deer. But if that crack dealer has some crack in him, he's going to take the fuck off and Hussein can bolt. So he got tased as he tried to swallow the crack, and I'll give you a spoiler alert, he died. Yeah. He choked. But there was some confusion in the autopsy because his family was like, "You dirty bastards electrocuted my son to death." They said, "No, your dipshit son swallowed 33 grams of crack and choked. But as his best friend, I just found his death hard to swallow." And then I went to the funeral because why not? And like, they're telling me shit that I can't believe. They're like, Bubba was going to be a pillar of our community. I'm like, no, your son was not going to be the mayor. He sold crack. They're like, but at 55, he died so young. I'm like, no, a 55-year-old crack dealer is a 120-year-old war veteran. Same amount of disdain, bullets, and like envy in them. But the one thing they really said, especially his family, said, "May he rest in power. May my son rest in power." Pretty screwed up thing to say about somebody you thought died from electrocution. And I was playing with my niece today because she's cute. Like, there's pretty much everything she does is cute. She can never like not look adorable. Animals are almost the same way too, right? You see a possum, they'll play dead. Ugly as shit, but it's adorable. But if I play dead, it's insurance fraud. And I'm a wanted fugitive. It's horseshit. There's a double standard. And like, even with team names, like we hear about like these NFL teams that have to change their name because like their cloudy history. And NFL seems like where they really harped it in, right? We have the Washington Commanders now. So why the fuck do we still have the San Francisco 49ers? Because it's based on the gold rush of 1849, right? When California's like, "Yo, we're finding gold all over the goddamn place. Got you a pickaxe, you a miner? Get out here and get some of this gold." Starting a long-standing tradition in that state of soliciting miners. Yeah. Speaking of soliciting minors, like in 2020, pedophiles popped up. They're like, "Yo, we don't want to be called that anymore. We're doing a rebrand. You're going to call us MAPS," which stands for minor attracted people. Now, a lot of us didn't hear about that because a few that did, like, how about this? You can go fuck yourself. I like that rebrand. But I think we do agree collectively, like, pedophiles should be hunted down and captured, right? Yeah. They shouldn't be free to diddle. So fuck it, let's let them call themselves MAPS, guys. So now we go to hunt them down, we're gonna go on a fucking map quest. Yeah. And CK said she was an nympho. When I was younger, I was a horny little bastard myself too. Like, girl would say my name, I'd brick up. I'd be in the classroom like desk. "Teachers, what's wrong?" "I don't know." Like, if a girl would touch my knee, I would have to run to the restroom and masturbate, and I could not help it, guys. It's just a fucking knee-jerk reaction. All right, my name is Zach Hunt. Thank you guys for my time.
Let's keep it going for Zach Hunt.